Hey everybody, this is CapNext24 bringing you guys another episode of Let's Play Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. Right then, so in the last part, we got to the sealed grounds on the surface. We rescued the Goron Historian, and we're right about to enter Faron Woods. So, as we're getting over here, there's this log that we gotta push. Now we can climb on top of it. And there's the beacon we set previously, which we can now remove if we want to. In fact, I think I will. God, I hate how it tends to do this. It's like the Wii Remote Plus needs resyncing every time or something stupid like that. But anyway, if we continue onwards, here we are in Faron Woods, as Fi kindly informs us. It's a pretty cool location, I kinda like it. It's got this big, towering tree and then lots of nice, colorful, but kinda pleasant greenery. Although there are some enemies around here. Now, what we're gonna have to do is we're going to need to find where Zelda is, because obviously she continued through here. So that's our quest for now. Find Zelda. There we go. She says it's extremely possible that Zelda's somewhere in the area. So she also recommends that we use the dowsing ability to search for Zelda. And I guess it makes sense. Yeah, so somewhere over there, something with the trace of Zelda. There's this rope here that we can swing on. Oh dear, that didn't go so well. There we go, that's better. There we go. The signal's getting stronger and stronger. Very strong signal over there. So if we slash these trees, make our way through, we notice something on the ground. Appears to be a little animal disguise and two more of these enemies. So it's just some slashes. Like I said, frantic slashes seem to work just fine on these guys. We'll rescue it. So now we can talk to it. And these things are pretty adorable. And they say some funny things too. Gets scared of us. And we're gonna have to chase it for now. Now this is a Kikwi. That's what the little creature's called, and it seems to have an aura of Zelda because Zelda must have come in contact with it. Anyway, we sprint up here and grab the stamina fruit and keep following where the little Kikwi went. Basically, we gotta scare the crap out of it and keep chasing it until it gets tired and can have a decent conversation with us. So it's behind this mushroom. If we slash it, it'll get scared and run away. We don't need any of these things in our way. Now it's behind this one. Again, slash the mushroom. And now it's way over here by this tree, and it's willing to talk. Well, I mean, willing in the sense that it's basically had the crap scared out of it, too tired to run more. Of course, when it notices that we're not gonna eat it, it introduces itself as Machi. And it mentions that it actually met Zelda. Of course, it doesn't know what's a Zelda, but mentions that there's a Kikwi elder that we should probably visit. Also, Fi scares the crap out of these things too, because she just pops out of nowhere. But Fi suggests that we go and find this Kikwi elder then, because maybe the elder has something useful to say to us. Maybe the elder can help us find Zelda. Using this hypothesis, I predict there's an 85% chance Zelda's with the elder. Stuff like that, as I was kind of mentioning near the beginning of the last episode, it just makes me think that Vi is like a robot. Yeah. Anyway, what we can do, push this log here. And there's some of this amber stuff here, which is a treasure that we can get. They're pretty common around here. It's also possible, if you were lucky, that from one of the bokoblins. I'm definitely gonna have to look up the name to see if it's bokoblin or bokoblin. But it's mentioned that, or not it's mentioned that. What am I trying to say? You can sometimes get a certain treasure from them as well. It's kind of rare. But what we want to do now is go over here. My sprint's pretty much recharged. Go up here, run along here and whatnot, and here we find this cool spring. But what we want to do is, well, actually, first off, push this log down and act as another shortcut. And there's a bird statue there for us too. Oh dear, that thing almost hit me in the back. You know, I just remembered. Fi will actually give us, okay, so it is bokoblin. Will give us analysis on enemies. Much like, you know, previous helpers, like especially Navi pops to mind, would. So there we go, we want to go up here, up this path, slash the trees of course. Never enough slashing. If we go up here, this I think is just grass, and this is a door we can't do anything about. This is an Octorok. I find these enemies to actually be a little bit challenging. You beat them the same way you would in previous Zelda games, except this time you have to time your shield just right, and they deal a harder damage in the case that you mess up. So you gotta be kind of careful with that. Also, they can sometimes damage your shield itself. So, honestly, when possible, I say just avoid fighting these things. Hopefully I can beat this one. There we go. I've been getting better at fighting them, but the first time around when I first had to deal with them, that didn't go quite so well. Luckily, this is like the introductory area, so there's hearts and stuff everywhere. Plus, we've always got our red potion. Let's see. When we're around here, we want to, there's something we need to follow around here. There we go. Drop down here. Keep following the little path. Just one of these Deku Babas, which shouldn't be a problem. Oh, nice, even gave us a heart. And slash this rope. And we can use it as a rope swing like we have before. And just jump. And this right here is the Kikwi Elder. This character... I think this character is hilarious. Because one, just look at him, it's hilarious. And then some of the other things he does and says, or even like his little, yeah, like right there. The voice of his character is just funny. Basically I think everything about the Kikwis is hilarious. And, anyway, he says that 3 Kikwis are missing somewhere in this forest. So, naturally, we gotta go find them, and when we do, he will help us out. Unfortunately, of course, Zelda is not here. But, maybe if we find her, or if we find the other Kikwis, we will find her after that. So anyway, we get a new dowsing target, which is Kikwis, and that'll come in handy in a bit. And if you press and hold C, and do that, you can switch dowsing targets. And then just go up here and crawl into this. Turns out you don't need to press anything to crawl. All you need to do is go up to it, which the first time kind of took me by surprise and confused me. Also here, you can find a fairy. One of your bottles is already empty. You can capture it, I guess. But meanwhile, this will just give us some nice healing. And we can continue. Oh, did not mean to do that. I'll cut away a bit. Right then, so here we get this part of the game where we're supposed to like balance on this. I'm not a huge fan of this. And we're supposed to jostle those little spiky things off. Then climb back up and continue walking forward and balancing using the rear remote. I'm not really a fan of this game mechanic. I'd rather than just let me walk across tightrope, you know, without having to do that. But whatever. I can deal. So here we have more trees that I can't resist attacking. If we look over there, there's a Kikwi, and sure enough, strong signal. And there's this bokoblin here, which unlike previous ones actually has a helmet. But anyway, still shouldn't be difficult to defeat. Darn. I wanted to try and see if I could get to use a finishing blow, or rather a fatal blow on one of them. I guess that's not going to happen. Now this Kikwi mentions that he can't get down, so we're going to have to get him down on our own, whether he likes it or not. And let's see, did anything drop for us? We could grab a heart real quick. So he falls like on his face and uses his defense mechanism of I am a plant, don't eat me. Anyway, this guy is Lopsa, and same thing as before with the other Kikwis, really. Not much to say. Now, just to find the other two, we need to... Alright, this... not branch, but vine unraveled for us so we can swing on it. So climb up a little bit, and then swing with the Wii remote. Maybe 3 times for good measure, and then press A. Oh, we barely made it. Maybe we were a little too high up. But you can do that, and then push this log. And then you've got an easy way of getting down and back up. And over here we actually find a new enemy. Is a Gwei. And Fi mentions that this enemy likes to basically poop on us. They're not particularly challenging. The hardest part is really getting to attack them at all, because they usually are flying way higher above your head. If you can attack them, I do... Oh, see? Alright, it just pooped on us. If you can attack it, I say go for it, because they tend to have quite a bit of money on them. Just like to show that off. Hopefully this one will. 1, allow us to fight it, and 2, drops into cash. There we go, 20 rupees, see that? So, yeah, that's pretty worthwhile because of that. I think I'm gonna skip over the others. Unless I have to. Oh darn, couldn't Skyward strike it. Right. If we use our dowsing, we get a signal from up there. So what we gotta do, climb up here, make our way over to these vines, and we actually gotta leap across using the Wii Remote, and quickly get this stamina fruit. And then hop down and huzzah. So over here, if you look closely you can see one, but if you slash the grass, it starts crawling over to other grass. I think this is the first time in any Zelda game where you're actually required to slash all the grass in an area. So if you do that, it has nowhere else where it can hide and blend in. And then there's the last bit. And now we can talk to it. This guy, I think he said Erla. I can't read his name, and I certainly don't remember it. Because I'm kind of bad with names, but... Anyway, here's the next one. Glad to hear that the Elder's okay, just like the previous one was. And now we get to find the third Kikwi. What do you mean it didn't? Lame. I was trying to do a finishing strike, or a fatal blow. Come on. I want to do a jump attack on this. See if it would work. Ah, darn. Anyway, crawl through here. Slash this grass for good measure. This is gonna be an Octorok, but I don't want to deal with it. Oh dear. We gotta climb up here, I believe. Ah, Jesus. Couldn't get out of the dowsing mode quickly enough. If we douse around here, we'll get pretty strong signals coming kind of from this area. What you gotta do, you gotta hop down here, like such, and then try and pick up this grass. No, never mind, it's not this one. It's a later one. But you do get them in the same way. I think it's right here, actually. Yeah, if you try and pick that up, turns out to be a Kikwi. Don't eat me, I taste terrible! I think it's hilarious. It's like, no! No, I'm awful. Go eat another one! Anyway, this is the third Kikwi that we needed to find. So now that that's all good, we get to go and talk to the Elder. I want to say... No, actually there's nothing else we can do around here, is there? In that case, jump down here. And now to find the Elder, quickest way would be... this way, I think. So go up this ramp again. And now we're gonna be by that spring, so we gotta climb up the path once more and swing across the rope. And, you know, I think I'm gonna cut away. Nah, forget it. It's gonna. I'd actually just be saving like 10 seconds. I'm not gonna cut away. There's the Elder. And huzzah. So he's glad that we saved him, and he'll give us a gift. And now he seems to recall that Zelda traveled to the temple around here, which, as you can probably guess, is going to be the first dungeon. We passed by it earlier, and we'll get to pass by it again. Now finally, our reward. So he gets down, opens up his bowl, and there's the reward. I think that's pretty funny. What we gotta do is we honestly gotta climb on top of him to get it. He won't just hand it to us. But there we go, it's the slingshot, with which we can shoot small seeds, and it'll get assigned to B. So we gotta shoot that vine there. If you press B and then A to shoot at the little vine, it'll uncurl, and we can swing across. Right, and we want to go through this way. And as soon as we crawl here, you'll notice if you were paying attention that the grass there was already slashed. That was the grass that I slashed for good measure. And so this here is going to be the first dungeon coming up. There's this little building here. The dungeon's actually behind it. So what we want to do is pull out our slingshot and shoot that up there. And that'll uncurl. We can swing up there to get to the entrance of the dungeon. But this episode's getting pretty long right now. In fact, even a little longer than I would have liked. And so, before we go any further, we turn right behind us, go up these steps. There's a bird statue for us to save at. So that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to save, and I'm going to finish off this part. So if you liked it, then please rate, comment, subscribe. Send this to your friends, check out my other videos, and I will see you guys next time with another episode where we finally get to begin the first dungeon.